So why am I sitting in the dark, looking like dark hot garbage, with this mic between me and you guys? That's because this is quite often how you look to me. But more importantly, this is how you might often look to people deciding on whether or not to pay you more money. Stop doing this. You're driving me and other more important people nuts. How you doing, everybody? Andrew Scott, and you're back at the VO booth camp. So this is going to be a lot easier for me to both explain and demonstrate if we retire to my normal place of business. Let's go get in the booth. Okay, and so here I am. No, really, I am here. But I'm doing this for a reason. Because there have been times, both as a coach and as a casting director, this is what I've gotten greeted by. So let me change it so that the example isn't quite so extreme. Okay, so this is a little better. Right now, I'm in my, lovely palatial booth, and I've got just a rope light on, which, so many people in their home booths use that solution, and that's fine. But obviously, this still doesn't look great, right?
You are correct, sir. Yeah.
Now, you might be wondering to yourself why I'm making such a big deal out of video for voiceover.
Correctamundo.
Well, it's actually really simple, and it's a twofold thing. First off, image is important. When you're dealing with a new client or a prospective client, you obviously want to put your best foot forward. Now, that should go without saying, and it should also go without saying that honestly, your primary best foot is your audio quality, okay? But if you're having a Zoom meeting with a client or a prospective client, your audio quality probably isn't in question. You've done an audition or you've sent in a demo reel, they've listened to it, and they've already judged that as being what they want. Now what they're doing is judging whether or not they want to be working with you and your value. Now, just like I said in my book, The Quick and Dirty Guide to the Home Voiceover Industry, when it comes to stuff like web pages or email addresses, I normally say pay a little bit more and get yourself a TDL or a top-level domain, also known as you@yourbusinessname.com. The why is simple. Because honestly, if you don't, you kind of look a little bit sus and really kind of behind the times. The exact same goes for how you look on camera. Now, the other part of this is if you are doing any kind of coaching work, you should be visible, clearly visible on camera. And look, to any of my students who are watching who struggle with their look on camera, don't worry about it. This isn't aimed at you, really. But one of the reasons why I only work on Zoom is because as a voiceover coach, if we're not in person together, I need to see, and any voice coach needs to see what's going on here. We're there to help you work with diction, enunciation, pronunciation, all those things. And if you're completely and utterly in the dark or just a glowing forehead lit by your LED monitor, we're going to really struggle to help you out. And honestly, it's going to wind up costing you money because you're going to be paying for voice training that you're not getting the most out of because we're not able to help you the way that we really should. And one of the other things that a lot of people don't understand about video and things like Zoom or Skype or any other VoIP platform, if you're in the dark, your picture is going to look even worse on the receiving end because of video compression. When there's not enough contrast, video compression really struggles, and you get a lot of blotchiness and all the detail just disappears. And to be honest, it's not hard to look halfway decent on camera. Let me show you. Okay, so all I did is take an old LED desk lamp, put it on my booth work surface, and aim it up at the corner. And immediately, things are better. Are they great? No. But are they better? Yeah. Now, this is going to be a little bit of an obvious tip, but if you're in a booth or a closet booth or anything that kind of at times lacks circulation, definitely go with an LED light source or at worst, something like a compact fluorescent. Now, there are times if your electric at your house is a little bit iffy that you might be introducing noise. So you might have to hunt around for the solution that works for you that doesn't create RF interference. But right now, I'm in my booth with a rope light and a desk lamp. And that's it. But we can take it up even another notch. Watch. So thanks to the pandemic, many of us have LED ring lights at home. You know, back when everything shifted to Zoom and other VoIP calls, a lot of people dropped a little bit of money and got themselves an LED ring light for the exact same reason why I'm encouraging you to possibly use one. It's an easy way to illuminate yourself. And obviously, this looks better than the LED rope light and the LED desk lamp alone. And as I said, you probably got one of these already laying around. And they're really nice because they're flat and they can probably just be mounted to the wall of your booth. And you're set. And I mean, everything else about this is pretty easy. You know, if you want to go with the foam wavy look, that's fine. But you can also put up something like this. This is just a cheap decorative sheet that I got off of Amazon Alibaba for about $4 or something like that. And it allows me a little bit of separation between my background and the camera. I pop a little bit more, as the kids on Twitch say. Now, you know, obviously part of this is limited by your camera. And I'm using the webcam that's built into my MacBook Air. This is a 2020 MacBook Air that I paid a not insubstantial amount of money for. But if you're a Mac user like me, you know, we've really kind of come out on the short end of the stick when it comes to built-in integrated webcams in Mac products. They're garbage. There's no way of saying it nicely. But for pennies, or maybe the cost of a couple cups of frou-frou coffee, you can do this. Okay, seriously. This is a huge upgrade, right? I mean, it's kind of unarguable. And this upgrade cost me all of $23.99. I got me a little eMeet SmartCam C950 off of guess who? And I mean, look at this. This looks great. Same lighting setup, just the ring light, just the rope light, just the desk lamp. We're kind of where we want to be, but we can go even further. Okay, now we're talking.
How you like me now?
This is completely legit looking. So for $12 or about 3 cups of coffee more, you can get this. This is a Nexigo N60. What that means, I don't know. I just know that this thing cost me $36. And honestly, I am shocked at how good this looks. I don't even have my booth lit the way that I normally have it lit when I'm, doing work for people. And honestly, this looks fantastic. But for the sake of argument, let's say you don't want to use a webcam at all. You don't want to spend any more money on a camera. What then? I got you. So this is kind of the ultimate. What you're looking at me on right now is my old phone. This is a Galaxy 8. And, it's got no SID card in it. I just use it for a second camera sometimes. And honestly, this costs me nothing. Now, You'll see in this picture that there's a watermark there. That's because I'm using a program called CAMO. And CAMO allows you to use any Android phone or iPhone with a USB cable as a webcam. Now, there's a paid version of this program that allows you some customization features that you might be interested in. But right now, if you have a phone and you have a USB cable, you can be looking like this. And there are a couple other benefits to this. Again, this is really low profile and can actually be mounted flat up against the wall of your booth. And it takes up virtually no space. You're using technology you already have in a way that extends its reach. I'm all about that. So as we wrap up, a couple more little tips. Yeah, don't do this one. Nah, the up nose thing, nah. And again, this one, no, just no. Okay, so that's pretty much what I got to say about this. You need to take into consideration more than just what you sound like on the microphone when you're doing home voiceover as a business. Prospective clients and coaches and people like potential agents need to be able to see you. You need to be looking as good as possible, if only because you're the one repping for your own business. Do me a favor, as always, if you got anything out of this video, do the like, click, subscribe thing down below, and do join us on the Boothcamp Discord server. We can talk cameras if you want, but we're probably going to wind up talking microphones. Until next time, everybody, this is Andrew Scott, and you are at the VO Boothcamp. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye.